Hi everyone, this is Mark Halley from Live Free and Bushcraft. I just wanted to do a review. I've been owing Abe Ellis of Diving Sparrow Knife Works this for a little bit of time, and I'm finally getting around to do it. This is his Hibou series knife, 1095 steel. Diving Sparrow Works logo on the other side. There you go, 1095. You can see that. Got the micarta handle, brass rivets, real thick spine on that. Basically the design, I was talking to Abe about a knife. I wasn't sure what to go with. You know, it's the first time I've ever had a good quality, expensive knife, you know, a K-bar. The most I ever spent, 50 bucks. And Abe, all his knowledge definitely, you know, really helped me decide for what I needed. He asked me, what kind of knife do you like? I said, well, I really like the Mora. You know, the Mora is an awesome knife for 10 bucks. You know, I've gotten used to using it. So he pointed this one out to me. So basically it's his Mora look-alike, except a lot thicker. Same grind, same spear point edge, which I like. It's just down the center. So that way really good for doing tasks and drilling, you know, making your fireboards. And the grip, the handle fits perfectly. I got a double XL hand, you know, and it fits great right in there. Got a great spine, is real comfortable. There's no gimping, but I don't really care, you know. Reverse grip, great for cutting, doing a hard task, and I use the, you know, chest grip a lot. Comes with a simple design, black sheath. Excellent. There's only one thing I want to modify. I'm going to add to this is just putting a dangler, because I like having the mobility of moving around. I know a lot of people out there probably think, oh man, you know, it looks like it doesn't really sit in there too good, or it can fall out pretty easy. It stays in there pretty good, actually. You know, design, like I said, it's simple, and it sits way down, just enough to grab, you know, take out and use if you need to. But like I said, I just want to dangle, because I'm finding this sits a little high on my hip, and the edge pokes me in there. And for now, I'm just using a carabiner, stick it on there, put it on and off the belt loop. You know, it's right-handed carries the way I like it. You know, you can get a sheath if you're left-handed. But the knife itself, red micarta. First time I ever have holding a micarta. You know, I've really gotten used to it. There's no hot spots on this at all. My hand is comfortable. Usually my forearm grip will get more tired. Will get tired faster, way before, you know, I even start feeling a hot spot. Like I said, I've had none. It's just comfortable. And the only thing I would add on, which I might have Abe modify for me, is just putting a loop through that last pin, so that way I can have some cordage. So when I'm working one-handed, I can use it to dangle, leave it on there if I'm doing a lot of one-handed tasks. But highly recommend this knife. It's just awesome. Everybody I come across, I'm like, hey, try this knife. You know, and they all love it too. You know, if you're used to a Mora, this is the knife. There's really nothing out there that compares to it. I believe it retails right around $210 with the sheath, you know, and I can only say it's hard to justify spending a lot of money. Times are tougher nowadays, and you know, we have families to care for. But I think investing in a good quality knife, you know, talk to Abe, ask him, you know, what knife do you recommend, and you know, describe how you use your knife, what you use it for. I'm not a fan of batoning with my knife. You know, I'll demonstrate that you can baton with this knife, but I'm not a fan of it. And one of the best tips I got from Diving Sparrow Knife Works about sharpening is don't sharpen it, just hone it. You know, a piece of leather with some jeweler's rouge on it, and just pretty much every time I get back from using it, I'll just hone it a little bit, and this edge stays razor sharp. You know, I look at it all the time, always testing it, feeling for burrs, and that edge just stays there. It's really seems like it's indestructible, and I use it a lot. You know, even after batoning for it with a little bit, it works great. I mean, this knife just effortlessly. I find if I push too hard, I end up breaking the piece off. And this wood is extremely hard. But I just start from the tip, just kind of use a stabbing motion, and that just draws it right out. They're not super tight curls, but like I said, this wood has been sitting out here. There's this dead standing oak. It's hard as a rock, but easily goes right through. And again, I'm staying over the green bough so I can pick up all the little shavings I'm messing up. Definitely, you know, making feather sticks practice. I'm just trying to have a nice little surface I can start my fire with. Nothing magical, and I could have used better wood, but I definitely wanted to try it on this really hard stuff. If you really want to, the back edge, great for scraping. So if you're trying to do some work, really smooth it out, scraping your wood. See, I'm just taking off feathers, or not feathers, but sawdust. So right about where your grip is, your forefinger, where the groove, it's got it balanced right exactly where you hold it, so that way your weight is evenly distributed. Nice and thick. Micarta handles. Say I've had no hot spots on this. It's really an awesome knife. I think pretty much any knife that Diving Sparrow makes is top notch, really worth the money. And if you're going to spend something holding an edge, this one, so basically it's just like a Mora, almost the same size, just a lot thicker. So, you know, those who love the Mora, this is a knife you want. You know, a lot of people, they try different knives, spend, you know, hundreds and thousands of dollars just on the expensive knives, finding out they don't really like it that much, you know, and they go back to using their Mora. One, you know, how can you beat it for 10 bucks? You know, they really last long, and you get used to using that Mora knife, so you're comfortable with it. The cut feels good. You're used to doing tasks with it. You know, it just fits your needs because you've developed, you know, a comfort zone for it. So, and it polishes up real nice. I like my knife shiny, so that way I can see if there's anything wrong with them, maybe see if there's any rust spots. And I haven't oiled this one yet, and I've had it since October. I got it at the fall Pathfinder gathering, and no oil, and I've been using it, throw it right back in the sheath, winter, fall, and it's holding its color and its look. And when I do clean it, I just use this stuff. It's called Barkeeper's Friend. You get it at the grocery store. It's kind of like an Ajax type stuff. You can get it in a liquid or the powder, and you just wet a paper towel, put a little on there, just really fine, rub it out. It's great for any stainless, any steel, and here it is, the baton test. The infamous baton test for my Diving Sparrow Knife Works Hibou series knife. Sorry, Abe, gotta do it. Yeah, hopefully that crow's not bad luck. Oof, I wouldn't recommend that, because now I gotta go find it. Idiot. Alright, pass the baton test. No dings, no dents. Which I'm not too worried, because we did some batoning with it earlier. Normal batoning, not my baton test. And, well, see what happens if we hit it sideways. Batter up. Ooh, good. Good one. Look at that. Excellent condition. Didn't warp at all, no bends. You can see, excellent, excellent. Let's see if the handle rattle loose. No, the handle's on there good. Abe uses some pretty good glue on there, so no separation. Hibou series, passing the baton test. And a baton with the Hibou. which is French for owl, Hibou. I guess I believe this is one of the first ones Abe Ellis made, and I kind of gave it that name and he liked it, so that's how it came about. Mind you, this is dried oak. It was a standing old oak. It is hard as a rock. I actually cut it down this summer. It's been sitting in the ground, sitting on the ground since. And this knife, going through it with ease. Get even smaller here. A little bit smaller. Yeah, now we're shaving. I don't like the baton. This almost hurts doing this when I'm doing it for you guys out there on YouTube, just to show that those who do like the baton, this knife can do it. You always make sure you get as deep as you can so you're not whacking the tip, but this tip is full thickness all the way down to the edge, so shouldn't be an issue. If we want to get picky of how thin we want to get this, so we do like a quarter of an inch here, shaving off that edge. You guys this wood is so hard, just doesn't even want to split down the middle. There we go. So you can see, got to get a little pile going here, and definitely highly recommend this knife. No problems at all batoning. And I'm just using this little dried up oak here just to tap it down effortlessly. And right through a knot right there, a small knot on the inside of the wood, going right through. I mean, this thing is splitting like a log splitter would. Instead of hydraulics, I'm using arm hydraulics. So highly recommended, highly recommended. I think I might just have Abe modify this back pin to put a loop in there, just so I can have some cordage on the end, so that way if I'm using the knife I can just let it dangle down, using my hands for whatever I need to, and then just pick it right back up one-handed. I kind of like that feature, so I might just have him modify that for me in the near future. But other than that, highly recommended. The Hibou series. So if you're a Mora fan, like I said before, this is your knife. And now final thoughts. It's really a great knife. That shine stays there. Like I said, I haven't even oiled this yet. I've had it for 6 months, almost 6 months now. Holds on good. Like I said, I'm just gonna make a little leather dangler for that because I like the way it gives me that mobility when I'm sitting down. I get lazy. I'm lazy. I get tired. I gotta sit down, so I don't like the knife jabbing me when it's just on the belt loop there. So for now, I just use a little carabiner, quick access on and off, and that's it. So thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.